Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Buckbeak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I will be going over another character review, and this character review will be Gold Mythic Lilly Caul. And yes, you are not seeing things. She will be obtainable, at least 2 copies of her in the Battle Pass, and she's also supposed to be a part of the coming up Gold Rush event, which I believe is coming in the next couple of weeks. It's coming pretty soon, so what is Scopely trying to tell us? Since they're handing out, well, you have to buy the Battle Pass in order to get both copies, I'm pretty sure, but what are they trying to tell us? Are they trying to tell us that the odds for getting her in the Gold Rush event is going to be extremely low, thus being incredibly hard to get her? Or is it desperation? I think it's a little bit of both. But, yeah. And also, we'll talk about this at the end, but yeah. Before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty good, actually, and I'm staying safe for the most part. And yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into this character review, shall we? Lilly Caul, Woodberry. Her trait is alert. Her role is control. And her allegiance is a member of Woodberry. And let's take a look at her stats. Her attack stat is 25,256. Her defense is 16,071. And her HP is also 16,071. Now let's take a look at her adrenaline rush. Perfect shot. The recharge rate is 66 AP, so that's pretty much the standard for most gold mythics. Deal 750% damage to an enemy, plus 500% damage if that enemy has bonus HP, and plus 250% if they have a positive status effect. This fighter gets attack down resistance for 2 turns. Okay, so pretty simple. Lilly Caul, she's doing a lot of damage. Off the bat, 750% damage just alone. That's actually pretty nice. So I could see, when the Gold Rush event does come out, I could see it being extremely hard to get this character, just, because they have her in the Battle Pass, at least 2 copies, so it's either desperation or it's going to be extremely hard to get her. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's a bit of both. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, alone, her dealing 750% damage is actually pretty nice. Plus, she'll be dealing another 500% damage if that enemy has bonus HP. And the likelihood of you running into a team that, maybe a particular tune is giving out bonus HP, that likelihood is pretty high, actually. So, let's go ahead and say she's going to do the extra 500% damage on bat, right? Because you have those certain tunes that are going to be giving out bonus HP. That's more prevalent than ever before, so she's almost guaranteed to do way more than just 750% damage, which is going to be a nice little bonus of damage, which that's going to be really good, honestly. Plus, the possibility of another 250% damage if they have a positive status effect. So the likelihood of all three of those happening is pretty good, honestly. I think it's very likely to happen. Honestly, I'm not too, I don't know, the last part where she's getting 100% attack down resistance. I mean, is it going to be a big lifesaver? Probably not, but I mean, it's there. So that's like the only so-so thing I don't like about her adrenaline rush, but the point is, she's potentially going to be doing a lot of damage, which is really great. I feel like she's probably one of the better Gold Rush tunes so far. Maybe not the best one, but I feel like she's definitely one of the better ones so far. So that kind of tells me she's going to be hard to get, but we'll see. Overall, I like the Adrenaline Rush. I think the Adrenaline Rush is pretty solid. I think it's really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at her signature move, Break In. The initial cooldown is turn 1. 2 turns for the cooldown. Number of uses unlimited. This fighter gets 100% attack, which increases by 25% each turn and heals 35% of their max HP. Both for the rest of combat. Okay, am I reading that right? Okay. Both for the rest of combat, all teammates get elusive for 2 turns. Attack an enemy for 700% damage. Holy cow. She's already doing 700% damage even before her adrenaline rush. You know, it's pretty simple and straight to the point. So, Lilly Caul, she will be getting, 100% attack, which will increase by 25% every turn, which is not bad. It's actually pretty good. And then she's going to be healing on top of that if she needs to be healed, which is nice. Plus, both for the rest of combat, all teammates will be getting elusive for 2 turns. Is the wording a little off? Maybe the wording is a little off. Damn, I'm getting... Okay, anyway. It sounds like all teammates will be getting elusive for 2 turns. Plus, she's going to be attacking an enemy for 700% damage. Pretty straightforward. Maybe the wording is a little off there. Or maybe I'm just... I don't know. I think the wording might be a little off there. But overall, the signature move is pretty good. I like it a lot. She's already doing a lot of damage. Even before the adrenaline rush. So let's go ahead and look at her mythic abilities. Precision. Enemy resistance are 40% lower against this fighter. Yeah, I would go ahead and level that one up. You can get the most use out of her. No need to spend a lot of time talking about precision. You should be leveling up precision just like you should be on every control tune. So that should be pretty obvious. Anti-reflect. When this fighter performs their specialist skill, this fighter gets 100% counter damage reduction for 2 turns. Oh boy. You know how great that is? Like, let's just say if you eventually get Lilly Caul, right? And if you don't put her behind the tough Maggie leader, so like that will help her out, which is going to be really great. But like, let's say if you do put her behind the tough Maggie leader and the other teammates, if the battle lasts more than 2 turns, the counter damage reduction for everybody at that point will disappear except for Lilly Caul. whenever she performs her specialist skill, which is going to be really great. So there are definitely there are some negatives, but I think not very many negatives. I think more positives actually, because like if you do put her behind the tough Maggie leader and the battle is lasting more than 2 turns, and if Lilly goes, her specialist skill goes off, she's going to get that counter damage reduction for at least 2 more turns to buy her some time, which is going to be great. In a certain situation, that's going to be really great. I think it's going to be worth leveling up for sure. Lights off. When this fighter performs their specialist skill, 100% chance a random enemy gets normalized for 1 turn. Okay, so I don't think lights off is... I don't think it's as dangerous as it potentially could have been. Although, here's the thing... Well, no, never mind. I was thinking about that other weapon, but that has days. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said about the weapon. Okay. I was thinking about the bunny blaster, but okay, never mind. We're just gonna skip over that. So, the fact that, when Lilly performs her specialist skill, it's great that that an enemy is going to get normalized, but it is a random enemy and it's only for 1 turn. So, like, after that 1 turn, but again, as many times as that specialist skill is going to go off, it kind of sucks that, how do you know the normalized, like, what the thing about that is, the normalized might not go on an enemy that needs it at that time, so that's kind of an issue. So I would maybe think about lights off. Maybe I wouldn't rush to level up lights off, but I would certainly think about it. It's something to keep in mind, but I don't think it's as good as it could have been. Maybe if that normalized lasted for 2 turns, I don't know. But maybe that's not a big deal because you might have a normalizer. I don't know, you never know. I have Eva and Ghost that I use quite regularly, so that's not really a big issue for me. But for other people that might not have Yuletide Ezekiel or Eva and Ghost, normalized still might be a big problem, So, you never know. Premeditation. Before this fighter performs their adrenaline rush, 100% chance this fighter gets camouflage for the rest of combat and Guardian Shield. Okay. This one is kind of weird because so she's getting camouflage, but she's also getting counter damage reduction. I don't know how maybe if Lilly is normalized. Okay, so this is how I'm thinking about it. Okay. If Lilly happens to be normalized and she can't use her specialist skill, the camouflage will be a great thing because unless you have a weapon that can take positive effects off of her, that camouflage will help deal with vengeance and payback. So, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, why is the camouflage there? But you also have to think, if Lilly gets normalized, she won't be able to use her specialist skill. Thus, that's why the camouflage is there. So it wouldn't hurt to have premeditation leveled up because you never know when you might need that camouflage to help deal with payback and vengeance. So, Plus, she's going to go ahead and get a Guardian Shield, which is, not a bad thing at all. I mean, hey, that's pretty good, though. I don't think there's like a really bad one, although Lights Off could have been better than it actually is. But overall, her mythic abilities are I would say pretty good overall. Lights Off is probably the weakest one because of the normalize for only one turn, but Lights Off is not a big deal to me because I have a way to have, I have a way to normalize enemies, so, but other people might not, and that's going to be kind of a problem, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and take a look at her not her adrenaline rush, her specialist skill. Amped. At the start of this fighter's turn, if they are at 100% HP, they get 50% of their max AP. So obviously this is going to go off at the beginning of the battle, which is going to be really good. Thus, that's going to trigger the counter damage reduction, which is going to be really good, especially if you don't have her behind a tough Maggie lead. And I would say Lilly Caul would work, I think, pretty well behind a Philip Blake leader. Because, yeah, she won't be getting the 3 turns of the counter damage reduction. She has a way to go about that, which is going to be really good. Because, honestly, I think if I didn't have Rosita, I probably would put Lilly Caul in my Philip Blake team. Because I think she's that good, honestly. I do. She's already doing a pretty good amount of damage for a free-to-play tune, so to speak, Amped is pretty good, honestly, so, yeah, I don't have much else to say on her specialist skill other than it's pretty good, and, yeah, she could end up getting her AP off by turn 1, especially if she has a way to get, if there's a command on the team, that would be a great way to get that off. So there you go. And obviously, I was going to say we will look at her weapon, but she has a default weapon that, you can put anything into her hands. And honestly, we're going to look at it as soon as we get done here. She actually has a pretty decent weapon to go ahead and put on her if you are going to buy the Battle Pass. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. In the Battle Pass currently right now, we have Lilly Caul's Colt 45 automatic pistol. It has 45% attack, a huge bonus to AP when attacking, teammate reviving. When killing a target, a better chance to revive a teammate with 75% HP and 100% defense for 2 turns. Attack up versus crosshairs. 50% attack when attacking enemies with the crosshairs status effect. Okay, so this is kind of why I said Lilly Caul would actually fit really well on a Philip Blake team, because for those that don't know, Philip Blake is an alert tune, and his leader skill is all alert and strong teammates. I think it's, all alert and strong teammates get 45% attack, plus 3 random enemies get crosshairs for 3 turns. So, even though she's not a part of the Lone Wolves, I think you could definitely make her work for sure, because she has a way to get the counter damage reduction. Even though Philip Blake only gives out counter damage reduction to Lone Wolves teammates, she has a way of getting that herself, which she would work really well on a Philip Blake team if you don't have the traitor, the command traitor, or the wanderer, the disarming wanderer. If you don't have either one of those 2 tunes, I think Lilly Caul I might consider maybe trying to maybe replace her on my team. I don't, maybe. I would only swap her out with Rosita. Although Rosita is still fantastic, so it's gonna be it's gonna be a hard choice for me. But I think that's where Lilly Caul is gonna fit right now. I think she would work really well in a Philip Blake led attack team. Especially that fourth slot, she could take advantage of Philip Blake's leader skill that way. So, there you go. Now, let's get back to the character. I just gotta say, I absolutely love the artwork. Pretty gruesome, but, well, let's just say the governor from The Walking Dead, absolutely. I mean, does anybody feel sorry for him? I mean, I know I don't. He absolutely got it coming, although he got killed by an unexpected character. I mean, you would have thought maybe Rick or even Michonne maybe would have actually finished him off. But no, they have a character named Lilly. I believe she has the same last name in the TV show. They do have a character that just happens to be named Lilly that I believe she's supposed to be the same character, quote unquote. And she does deal the final blow to the governor in the TV show as well as the comics. And then we never see Lilly ever again, so I'm assuming Walkers eventually got her, and they never really answered that, but I guess they wanted to be very accurate with that certain character killing off the governor. Although I kind of wish Michonne in the show, I wish they would have changed that slightly. I wish Michonne would have been the one to deal the final blow to the governor. I mean, she does stab him and leaves him to die, but I mean, at that point, would anybody have blamed Michonne for actually being the one to deliver the final blow to the governor? I mean, a great villain, absolutely, but I mean, I could swear when that happened, I could hear everybody cheering for his death. I could just hear a faint cheer all around the world. Like, nobody liked him. I mean, he was a great villain. I feel like the casting choice was pretty good, pretty solid, honestly, for the show. And the show made the governor feel so much more important, I feel like. In my opinion, he felt more like a big deal in the show, around when he was around. But anyway, I don't think I have much else to say other than I like her simple design, and the one weapon for in the battle pass right now, I think is actually going to be a pretty good weapon to pair with Lilly Caul. So, yeah. I don't have much else to say other than I absolutely love the gruesome artwork, and I like her simple design, and I'm absolutely going to try to go for her in the Gold Rush event. And that's all I got for this one, guys. What are your thoughts on Gold Mythic Lilly Caul? Are you gonna buy the battle pass this time to get her a little early, or are you just going to just simply wait for the Gold Rush event? I don't know. I might wait for her in the Gold Rush event, but I'm kind of tempted to. That's kind of hard. Right now I'm saying, which we have a month to go. Right now I'm saying that I'm just going to wait, but I could end up changing my mind, even though it is $15. That is a pretty good weapon, although the third slot I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know, but the point is, what are your thoughts on her, and are you going to buy the battle pass to get 2 copies early and to get that weapon, Or are you just gonna simply wait for the Gold Rush event? And if you have any other thoughts on Lilly, Caul, or the Governor, or any other Walking Dead characters, or the Walking Dead in general, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buckbeak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.